Hi there, welcome. Welcome to Homekeepers. Come right on in, my friends. So glad to be with you today. And I just want you to know we appreciate you being out there. I signed a whole bunch of letters this morning to some of you who have donated to the program, and it's just such a joy to recognize names, you know, and know that you're out there and you like what we're doing and you support it. Thank you so much. God bless you for that. We have, boy, one of our very favorite guests, Deborah Roseman, and I was trying to think. We've been on the air 40 years here, and she used to be on with Herman Bailey quite often, and her first husband, who is in heaven today, but he was a doctor, and so she's really been kind of a staple here, and I know very much how much you appreciate her, and we've got a lot of things to talk about today. I'll see if I can name some of them. Number one, we're going to talk about marijuana and how the information you're getting from some of the statistics are not right. It's a dangerous drug, shouldn't mess with it. And I want to warn Floridians, where we're broadcasting from, that there's a big push on to legalize it recreationally across the state. You don't want it, you don't want it. So I understand our governor does not want it either. So let's pray that it doesn't go in that direction, and also make your voice be heard when you get in the ballot booth, okay? Also, I'm going to join, Wanda is here today. She's not down here very often, but she started out with us in the kitchen, and she's my beloved assistant for almost 20 years. We're going to make a summer squash with Pecorino cheese. Never heard of it before, but we've got it. And vegetables, a lot of squash in it, okay? But before I join her, let me again offer you this wonderful book. We've sent out hundreds and hundreds of these, but boy, they are so good, and I don't want to quit, because what could be more important than praying for your children? And this book is kind of a write-off of praying circles, but this praying circles around your children, and grandparents, parents need it. It's a wonderful aid. Every morning I pray for every child, their mate, and all the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren. I just hold their names up there before the Lord because they're young and they're navigating a very troubled world. And this will help you. So this is for any gift. The information's on your screen. If you use your credit card, that 800 number is for you. And if you write checks like I still do, you use the address, Post Office Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida 33758, and that number for your credit card is 1-800-229-0059. We've offered this off and on for more than a year, but I probably won't quit. Sure, a lot of you have intended to order it. This is the day to do that, so do that. Now I'm over here with my sidekick. How are you today?
I'm great.
She is sautéing some
shallot.
Yeah, a shallot. What? Do you know the difference between a shallot and onion? They don't look alike, but...
No, they're just smaller, but no, because I don't usually, if I use onions, I use them very sparingly, or I cook them really, really down, like this. But we're doing the summer squash and pecorino pasta, well, it's with the cheese.
This is that cheese that I couldn't pronounce.
Yeah, well, that's kind of funny, though. And then when you cook up the pasta, you want to reserve 3/4 cups of the liquid. And that's going to come in handy to make the sauce with it. So in the meantime, we cook this up. I'm going to add some of the...
This is a pound and a half of squash, so I kind of like that recipe looking at it. That, basically, it's the vegetable really more than the pasta.
Yeah.
So you want to just kind of saute it a little bit.
We're going to saute it a little bit. And if you want to, if you're in a real hurry, you can always... microwave it a little bit to get it so it's a little more tender.
And I'm going to cut up some mint.
I'm so proud of you.
Which, well, she gave me instructions on how to do it before.
Well, it's not hard. You can do it. Have confidence in you.
Well, you know, I always bought the really cheap cheese. But there are cheeses that are more expensive, and they do taste better.
They really do.
What's the Asiago or something?
Asiago. That's how I pronounce it, but I could be all wrong. So,
well, do you ever
no letters on it, everybody. I don't need them.
Do you ever use the more expensive ones?
Honey, I hardly cook anymore.
No, well, that's
Seriously, you know, my husband went to heaven 6 years ago. My kids are gone, and the only people I cook
That
for
would
now
be
are my
me.
grandchildren, and they do eat you out of house and home. So,
And I tell you, as a single lady, you can really eat so simply. Just
yeah, you really
little
can.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you like this kind of stuff
Oh, yes,
you're
I
not
do.
you're not
Yeah,
overly fond
yeah,
of the meat.
yeah.
So, we can add a little bit of salt and pepper to this if you'd like.
And do you put the lemon in too now?
Not quite yet.
Yeah.
There you go.
The wonderful thing about pasta, you can load it up with every kind of vegetable.
You sure can.
That's one
Absolutely.
way to get it into your kids, maybe, hopefully.
Now you can cook this summer squash and zucchini till it's almost tender, but not quite.
Yeah,
I like it a little
some-
crunchy.
Yeah,
so
I do too. Don't want them loose.
we're gonna
and
add
slimy.
do you want to add the pasta to it?
Okay. You ready for it?
Well, don't give it to me all at one time.
Okay.
You can bless me little at a time.
Okay, you pull out what you want.
Yeah. I think it'll
I was going
take
to
it.
say, Stephanie she's got,
a-
her brothers came to town.
Oh, is that where she is?
Yes.
I knew she was having company, but I didn't know.
And you know what? Yesterday she pulled up on her computer. She planned all the meals. She is so.
Well, you got to do that.
I know, and there they were. You just printed out, so she knew exactly what she's going to do.
Well, see, I think you can buy a family pack of hamburger and divide it up. You can meatloaf, spaghetti, and meatballs. You can do things in advance. So we're going to just start adding the yummy stuff, and just go for it.
Yep. Little lemon.
Yeah.
Helps just about anything.
Oh, it'll make it taste so bright. And
Now,
did I
do
lose
you put the
pasta?
mint on after you put it on your plate, or do you?
No,
put it
we'll add
okay.
some now, and then you can
Okay.
add a little bit on your plate when you
Okay,
want. You want the? How about the?
This is cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
That good stuff.
I'll let you do that.
All right, we're going to save some also for the topping, so when you have it on your plate, you're
I
gonna,
tasted it. It tastes
really
like
like it?
Parmesan, but better. It's richer.
see, when you leave some of your pasta water, it'll give you a little bit of a sauce that you can deal with. And what
Do
do
you
you?
want a little mint?
Oh yeah, just give me some. It'll be yummy.
Just a little bit, and we'll keep some from the top. All right. And as you well know, if you watch us regularly, we kind of have to hurry through these things.
Always, always,
But the-
always. I hope this is heated through enough
Yeah.
for you. If
The,
not, I know you'll like it. I don't worry.
The recipes you can have for free. I want to taste one. Oh, I want to
you want to put some more stuff on it. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, now you can't do that. Okay. All right, yeah, you can. All right. This is now getting about to be right where you want
something
it.
expensive cheese tastes better than cheap.
I know. It's the truth. It's really true.
Where are you going to learn things like that except on Homekeepers? That is absolutely delicious. That
Yeah.
mint gives a little kick. The lemon.
And you've got the lemon, which makes it taste brighter, and it'll
It's-
just be yummy
it's
with
delicious,
the
yeah.
with the zucchini and the
Okay,
summer
so the
squash.
information's coming up if you want the recipe, and then I'm going to talk to Deborah Ray. You're going to love it. Stay there.
If you would like a copy of today's recipe, you may receive it by contacting us through social media as listed on the screen. When requesting a copy through the mail, be sure to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. Thank you, and please know we always appreciate hearing from our viewers.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you.
So glad to have you. And
40 years ago, Herman Bailey.
yes,
We
it
would be
scares me that-
talking, and he would say, "Well, you've got a minute and a half to do the recipe." It's like, well, we'll do what we can.
I know it, and he didn't have a kitchen.
Right.
He had this
So I'd
kind
bring
of
an electric
countertop.
wok with me on the countertop.
Yeah, you have to plug in a
Exactly,
hot plate or
right.
something. Yeah.
We had fun, though.
But boy, it's scary that you talk in terms of decades, not years.
Yes,
So-
yes. We're
But
to that age.
the Lord's been faithful. You can look back on every turn.
So many blessings.
And this lady, you keep getting into new things all the time.
You keep sending me well, what about this? What
Yeah,
about that?
yeah.
It's like, we'll find out.
Yeah, and so we got a lot of things here to talk about. If we don't get to all of them, we'll do it next time. But I am concerned about the marijuana. I kid you not, 6 days out of 7 right now, when I open up my email, they're trying to sell me stock in marijuana.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It has dominated the financial pages as the way to make money.
And that's the bottom line.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter that it destroys people. So we've discussed this before, but I want you to go back over the absolute dangers of it when they try to make it so kind of neutral.
And I have to applaud the Wall Street Journal for publishing an op-ed piece from an investigative journalist who really went to the science and said, what does it say? And his conclusion was it's very dubious at best. And if we take a look at the fact that violence, of course, in this country, I mean, we decry that. It's just so tragic. Automobile deaths. Linked to having people who have marijuana in their system, there is a disturbing correlation that, we think of this as a medicinal use, and now it's becoming, that gray line and that steep slope where we take a look at using this, recreational. We don't know the long-term effects of that, but what we do know in the states where it is used recreationally, we see more violence and we see more traffic deaths associated with that.
And more visits to the emergency room.
Absolutely.
More arrests.
Right.
And
why it does probably have a medicinal use, and we're going to talk about CBD oil, which is, there's a form of it that's now approved as a drug for a specific medical reason. Just to start using it for every condition imaginable, we don't know the long-term effects. We don't know, what that means 20 years from now. We don't know what that means to the next generation. So it can be used, but think about the economics behind it, because there is a lot of money to be made, and that doesn't mean it's always the best care for you.
Also remind them, especially if a young person like in junior high age and all, what happens to them if they start using it.
Right. There's good scientific research that shows it can change the brain permanently, and that doesn't mean for the good.
Can't undo it.
Exactly, exactly. So using it in early ages, there's a consequence to that.
And this is a copy of that Wall Street Journal article that Deborah mentioned, and what it's emphasizing is not the negatives, but how those who come out with it, scientific information are lying to us.
Right.
And that is troubling, but it doesn't surprise me. Deborah, there's so much lying in the news, and this nation has drifted so far from God, so of course they're lying more and they're stealing more. There's more violence.
You're right, there's a bigger picture there.
Yeah,
we give up our power. The studies say, the doctor says this, the legal counsel, the financial counsel. God made us to investigate, to read, to discuss with trusted counsel and make decisions about what's best for us. And we give up our power and we get to vote. We get to vote with our pocketbooks.
Absolutely. And we've got a major election coming up next year.
Exactly.
And shame on any Christian that's not in that voting booth.
Yes.
Now, I can tell you from just firsthand knowledge, because of contacts I still have, I was born and raised in Colorado, just a gorgeous state. Every time I fly in and see the Rocky Mountains, I know I'm home. They legalized marijuana. And the governor has been quoted as saying he's very sorry he signed it, although he campaigned for it. And tell you why they campaigned for it. Taxes.
Exactly.
They'll tax it on every level. Right. And so the DUIs are way up in Colorado, visits to the emergency room, children getting a hold of candies with marijuana laced in it and all. It's a total downer, because they okayed it recreationally. Right now it's legal medicinally here in Florida.
Right.
And so you've got people from Wyoming and Nebraska and all, they're coming in to buy their pot, and there's like a pot shop on every corner. Yes. So I hope some of these things are examples.
Because we'll never see it reversed So what does that mean to our children and our children's children? We don't know, and that's a tragic experience, an experiment at best, to think we are the experiment with this.
Right, and so the greatest percentage of these violent mass shootings and all, there's a drug history there, and you can count on it to start with marijuana.
I have talked to a lot of the researchers who investigate these mass events, and it's really sobering to look at the number of psychoactive drugs that they're taking, you know, to look at the recreational drug use that is also prevalent as well. You know, we don't hear behind the scenes that it wasn't just, you know, something that's unbelievable. We couldn't imagine that person doing it. If you looked at the history, there were telltale signs there.
Yeah, next week I'm going to be interviewing a man who is a pastor now, but he has a long drug history and rehab and all, and he's been set free from it, and he discusses everything. But I'm going to tape several interviews with him, and he, like everybody else I've talked to, it's the gateway drug. Marijuana, you know, they try to deny that, but I remember more than 50 years ago when David Wilkerson was the first one to come out with a ministry to drug addicts, and said every kid there said they first started with marijuana. So if you hear all these good glowing things about it, I would investigate it a little bit. Okay, you sent me about a bunch of stuff.
Lots of good things.
Yes. You name it. What would you like to talk about?
Well, you ask about CDB oil, and it is one of that. It almost looks like a panacea. It's like, oh my goodness, it's good for everything.
Yes, it's
and
like
they're selling it
came
everywhere.
from heaven, yeah.
From physicians' offices to the salons to the corner store. There's so much out there about this CDB oil, which is derived from cannabis,
which is marijuana.
Marijuana. It was a form of it. Epidemiologics was approved in January of 2018, actually as a drug for 2 different forms of epilepsy. And for certain individuals, particularly children, who have really intractable cases of epilepsy with, you know, hundreds of seizures during a day, it can be a real amazing blessing for them, a real miracle. But now we're seeing it because it's an anti-inflammatory that, oh my goodness, you could use it for cancer, you could use it for pain, you could use it for this, you could use it for that. But the interesting thing when I really looked at the research, it's an extract. It's not psychoactive. It doesn't give you the high that marijuana does.
Well, you don't smoke it either.
You don't smoke it. It's in an oil form, but you don't know how it's extracted. And if we're not wise enough as consumers to know the questions to ask, not all of the products are the same. And some of them use solvents to extract it, some of them use alcohol. You really need to know, if you and your physician thinks it's a good opportunity for you to use it medicinally, you need to know the product.
Okay, what's the difference in the way they extract it?
You get different percentages of the compounds. And because some of these solvents, can be harmful to you, or if you're using, for example, an alcohol-based solvent, you have a percentage of alcohol. If somebody is prone to addiction, they can think, oh, I'm not taking any alcohol, and they look at what's in their medicine chest and think, oh my goodness, there's actually alcohol there. And I think we realized that a couple of years ago with people with some of the cough syrups. They were nearly 10% alcohol. Same thing with the CDB oil. You really need to know your source and educate yourself.
You're going to hear more and more about it. It's just it's
everywhere.
Flooding the
People
market.
can make money from
It's called CBD oil, and it's extracted from cannabis, which is marijuana.
It may be helpful to you with pain relief, but you really need to know your source and really talk with counsel that you trust about whether it's right for you, and then what that means if you're going to use it 10 years or 20 years or 30 years from now. They don't have any studies that show that. You're the experiment.
Yeah, I have been so blessed with good health. I could never just thank the Lord enough. But I have learned something in the last few weeks. I had to have an endoscopy that had some complications. But anyway, my advice after that big thing, after I had a little medical problem, ask questions. They don't offer you any advice. They don't offer you any information. At least in that situation, they didn't.
And all too often, you don't know the questions to ask, and that information will not be volunteered. And then when you ask about it, it's like, well, you didn't ask any questions.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't worry that you think you come across not too smart. Any question it's on the table, and don't back off from it.
And the quintessential question always is to ask, Doc, if it were you, if it were your spouse, or if it were your children, what would you recommend? Because often you find what they recommend according to the book, according to the medical dictum, is much different about what they would do for themselves or their family.
That's
That's
good.
sobering.
I remember a couple that I knew well, and the wife had a problem, and her husband put it right to the doctor. Said, "What if it's your wife?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You better
Whole
be
different set of
honest.
advice rules. Yes.
Okay, she sent me this to ask the doctor. That's what we're talking about
Yes.
here. And the subject really is drug-induced nutrient depletion. And as I read this, I thought, I take one thing because I had to have an endoscopy.
But the average person over the age of 60, which we both are, takes, on average, 20 plus different drugs over the course of a year. So somebody's taking yours and somebody's taking mine.
Yeah.
But all these drugs affect the nutrients in our body, whether it's our need for nutrients, whether it's how the nutrients interact with something else. So you can almost predict, for example, steroids, which people do use from time to time to diminish, for example, symptoms of breathing disorders, or they use it to quell inflammation when there's nothing else they can do, depletes the body of more nutrients than any other single drug classification. And if you know, and there's actually a database that you can find online, or a huge book that was published back in 2001, that pharmacists and physicians are taught which nutrients drugs deplete
And you can balance it out.
and you can balance it out. For example, that steroids that I mentioned deplete your body of vitamin D. Well, we hear so much more about vitamin D and how it's important in so many aspects of our health. We don't stop to realize when their doctor says, well, you're going to need to take for example, a dose pack of steroids. Doctor, what's my vitamin D level? Do I need to take extra vitamin D while I'm taking that steroid so I don't end up with other complications just because of the nutrient that drug is depleting?
That might be a good thing, whatever you're taking.
Absolutely.
Because while it's doing some good, it's also doing some harm. The vitamin D, Dr. Young produced one, and that was liquid. Are they usually liquid?
There's a lot of forms that are liquid, which makes it nice for me because I do my fruit of the spirit shake with protein in the morning.
I had one this morning.
And add it to that as well.
So you add it to that.
Yes. But it's an oil-based nutrient. That's easier.
So that's the best form to take.
More easily absorbed, yes.
Okay, let's remind them again, where can they go to find out what drug reduces which vitamin?
Drug-induced nutrient depletion. Drug-induced nutrient depletion. Just put that in any search engine and a database will come up.
I will do that.
And it's really, it's just eye-opening.
Yeah, do you know what is the most common as far as
Well,
being
we
depleted?
take, for example, so many people take statin drugs, and they're the most widely prescribed drugs on the planet these days. It depletes the body of coenzyme Q10. Well, what does coenzyme Q10 do? It's the energy substrate in our cells. So what uses energy in our body? The heart. You see more congestive heart failure because that statin drug is blocking the production of coenzyme Q10. Many people claim that when they have statin drugs and do have a lot of muscle aches and pains, it's because they have now less coenzyme Q10 just because of the drug that they're taking.
Now, I've seen that in the drugstore. Are they all the same?
Well, it's an oil-based nutrient. So if you don't know, the company that you're buying it from, you may only be getting as much as 10%. So again, there are sources of these nutrients that are prescription-based. So you get a higher quality. So ask somebody that you trust about the brands out there, because not all brands are the same.
But there's kind of a give and take on any prescription drug, right?
exactly.
What it does good, it might.
Right, right. But if you go to the counter and ask to speak to the pharmacist, that pharmacist was trained in drug-induced nutrient depletion. And I know you've talked to Pamela Seefeld. She's brilliant on this topic, that so many doctors actually refer to her and say, you know, Pam, I've got a patient on 10 different drugs, and we know the science says they're going to have a medical condition not because of what they came to the doctor with, because of the drugs that they're on. And she knows to look at that database and said, well, you know, this is interacting with this and this is causing that. And then they can start to wean off those medications and supplement the nutrients to address the situation.
Yeah, we're not going to get to everything, but we got just a couple minutes. We have quite a paper on Parkinson's. And
a lot more these days. It's sobering, yes.
Yes. And is it the drugs they take that make them insulin resistant?
There's a growing body of evidence that conditions like Parkinson's may be related to insulin resistant. In fact, we see that the fastest growing group of type 2 insulin resistant diabetes
Type
is
2.
teenagers. So we're
my word.
because we eat so much processed food, we're so sedentary. You see so many people with that roll around their middle. That's a hallmark that they may be insulin resistant, putting them in a much higher risk of
For
conditions
Parkinson's?
like Parkinson's. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And then the interesting information that we found, statin drugs doubles your risk of type 2 diabetes. And if you take statin drugs for more than 2 years, triples your risk of type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, I had a doctor want to give it to me, and I said, no thanks.
Yeah, yes, probably a good idea. 'Cause
yeah.
you can do it on your own using diet and exercise and the things that
I
God gave
want
us.
to make note of that. We'll get into that a little bit more
Okay.
Because statin drugs, I heard once that Lipitor is the #1 selling drug around the world. That was a couple
is.
years ago, but
Yes.
we need to kind of put a spotlight on that and look at it from every angle. It's always the time with you is way too short.
It is, but enjoyable. Thank
Yes.
you.
And she doesn't live far away. We just need to do it more. And I need to get Pamela back. It's been a long, long time. She's a fountain of
Yes.
information.
Brilliant.
Because that's what I like to do on here. Homekeepers, boy, the home, that every subject, everyone, you want to keep the people in your home really healthy. So that's why we have these kind of people, and God sends us the best, I do believe. Please join me next time, remembering there's no higher calling than that of a homekeeper. God bless you.
If you should miss a Homekeepers program, you can catch up by going to www.ctnonline.com. Click on CTN Programs and then on Homekeepers.